Hello, my name is Arlyn, and I go to River Terrace Church. And Miss Shalom has asked me to read you a story, so that's what I would like to do. And I'm going to read you a story about cows on the tracks. Cow on tracks. Isn't that strange? What usually runs on tracks? Railroads run on tracks, right? So what's a cow doing on tracks? Well, let's read the story and find out. Everything seemed normal in the barnyard on this sunny fall day. Cow sighed dreamily as she chewed on a weed from the field. The farmer was enjoying the day as he worked hard at mending the fence that surrounded the farm. It was a great day to be outside, and the farmer was very happy. We can see the cow and the farmer mending the fence. The farmer knew that some of the animals loved to wander around, and sometimes they got lost. Cow especially loved to wander. The farmer told Cow to be very careful. The farmer lovingly told Cow that it was very important to stay near the farm. And whatever you do, said the farmer, don't go near the railroad tracks just over the hill. There's the farmer and the cow. As the farmer walked away, Cow stepped outside the big gap in the fence toward the hill in the distance. How wonderful it would be to explore that hill. Still, she remembered what the farmer had said about staying near the farm. As she stood there thinking, the car was startled by a voice behind her. "Hello there, friend," said the voice. Cow turned around to see a little red fox standing in the grass. "Oh, hello, Mr. Fox," Cow answered. There's the cow walking through the fence, and there the cow is talking to the little red fox. "Would you like to go and explore the countryside with me?" asked the fox. "It would be great fun. How about it, Cow?" The fox was still talking when Cow politely answered, "The farmer said to stay near the farm and to keep completely away from the railroad tracks over there." The little fox began to laugh and said, "Oh, come on. The tracks are great." The fox was now jumping up and down in his excitement. There's the little red fox talking to the cow. The fox hopped up onto the cow's back and continued, "There's nothing that can hurt you at the tracks. I've been there many times myself. Come on, you'll see." Cow was very curious. The little fox might be right. At least it wouldn't hurt to walk along with this new friend. So she went with the fox to the top of the hill and looked down at the tracks below. There's the little fox. He jumped up on the cow's back, and there they're looking down at the railroad tracks down below. "Come on," said the fox. "Let's get closer to the tracks." Cow went a little bit nearer. She seemed safe. Everything was quiet. The farmer must have been wrong. Nothing bad could happen to her here. "You see," said the fox, who was now jumping up and down on the tracks, "it's all right. The old farmer just didn't want you to have any fun. There's the cow and the fox looking at the tracks. And there's the fox jumping up and down in the tracks. Soon, Cow found herself standing right on the tracks. Cow really began to enjoy her new surroundings as she walked along the tracks. She walked farther and farther away from the farm. Soon she forgot the farmer's words of warning. There's the cow walking along the tracks and getting farther and farther away from the farm. Suddenly, the fox's ears stood straight up. Cow watched as the fox immediately stopped walking and talking. He turned his head sharply to the side. "What is it?" asked Cow. Cow continued watching as the fox quickly ran off the tracks and disappeared into the trees. Now, where did that little fox go in such a hurry, she wondered. There's a picture of Little Red Fox looking kind of scared. And there's the Little Red Fox running off into the woods while the cow is still on the tracks. Suddenly, Cow heard a sound she had never heard before. It was loud and getting louder. Cow turned her head and saw what had scared off the fox. A train was coming. Cow didn't know what to do. She began to walk as quickly as she could, but it seemed as though she couldn't walk quickly enough. The train was moving very fast and getting very close. There's the cow when he heard the train coming. And there's the train coming down the tracks. And the cow hurrying away. Cow started to run. Her heart was beating very hard, and still she could not outrun the train. Then as the cow came even closer, Cow covered her head and closed her eyes and held her breath, waiting. There's the cow, with the train getting closer. And there's the cow covering her head and waiting what's going to happen. Shove! Just then, Cow felt two very strong hands pushing her off the train tracks to safety. Cow lay on the ground by the tracks, watching as the train roared past. Cow was very afraid. She couldn't see anyone there. Who had saved her, and where did he go? There's a picture of the two hands shoving the cow off the tracks. And the cow was just laying there as the train roared by. As the train continued to roll past, Cow could now only think about the one who saved her. Where was he? Had he given his life for her? Cow felt very sad. If only she had listened to the farmer and what he had said about those tracks. Cow was very sorry that she hadn't listened, and now she understood why the farmer didn't want her to go so far away and near the dangerous train tracks. There's Cow, feeling bad and sad, laying there for feeling sad about not having listened to the farmer. Soon the train passed, and the dust settled. Cow could see the farmer on the other side of the tracks. It was the farmer who had saved her, and he was all right. The farmer put his hand on the cow's head and said, "I almost lost you, silly cow. If you would just trust me, you would always be safe. Let's go on home now." There's the farmer on one side of the tracks and the cow, very grateful cow, on the other side of the tracks. And there's the farmer saying, "It's okay, silly cow. Let's go home." Cow realized that the farmer could see things that she could not understand. Cow remembered that trusting God is just like what she had learned that day. God knows what is best and will keep us safe if only we will trust him. As Cow made it back, she thought about how much the farmer really cared about her. Cow had learned a very important lesson that day about trust. She was very glad to be home where she was safe. There's the cow and the farmer walking back home. And there's the cow who was very happy that she learned to trust the farmer and to trust God. Cow never again went to the railroad tracks, but every time she heard the train off in the distance, it reminded her that God will keep her safe as long as she trusts him. And here's the final picture of the cow who was very grateful that she learned that lesson. So, okay, thank you very much. It's been fun reading with you, and have a good time. Thank you.